I gotta pee. Picture, if you will, an abandoned warehouse.
Over here.
Picture again, if you will, an abandoned warehouse. Moonlight shines down through holes in the roof on the dusty remains of the useless rubble left from a long distant past. Okay, that's really boring. Scratch that. Don't picture that. Picture, if you will, a bright, sunny day in a never-ending field of daffodils. Our subjects are playfully, joyously running through the field, smiling, laughing, and clearly in love. Now picture that they've got really bad pollen allergies. No. What? Okay, not that either. Picture, if you will, Danny White in a dress.
Shut the fuck up, Scotty!
Picture, if you will, another completely different abandoned warehouse. In a darkened corner lurks the antagonist of our story. Littering the floor are chopped up remains of his victims. Arms, legs, heads, and intestines, drenched in blood, strewn everywhere, while garbage bags and bleach sit, waiting to be employed for their dark purpose. Why on earth would you guys picture that? That's disgusting. What the hell is wrong with you people? I mean it, really. You need help. Get a shrink, or medication, or both. But first, it's time for Mordred Acting a Fool 2, The Search for More Masks.
Check. Thank you.
Woo!
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah!
Welcome, everyone, to Mordred's Acting a Fool. This is awesome to be here. I am your host and MC, Mean Dave. I'm an aspiring comedian. You might recognize me from things like absolutely nothing at all. And I've learned, I perform mostly in dive bars, laundromats, swimming pool sides, that kind of thing with comedy at my level. And I've learned in those environments that aspiring comedians are the Jehovah's Witnesses of entertainment. Our jokes go knock, knock, and the audience is like, no one's answering the fucking door, aspiring comedian. Come back when we've seen you in a movie or something. So, but it's nice to be here. Since I don't really have like a live studio audience, I have our good friend DJ Pause here from Mordred to help fill in some of the gaps here and make this a little more fun and interactive for you at home. I've been doing stand-up comedy now 10 years, which just means 10 years ago I had to move back into my parents' house. All right, so that's just how it is. But also something you probably don't know looking at me. I'm 6.5 years clean and sober, which is kind of, yeah, thanks, appreciate it. Appreciate that, because the support, because seriously, it has been a boring whopping 6.5 years. And that's what I'm talking about. And, and the thing about it, though, thanks to comedy going well and recovery, 4 years ago, moved out of my parents' house. And now I pay money to live in a room in someone else's parents' house. So that's kind of how do a lot of shitting, too. And so I actually live with my landlord and his wife in this house. They're always there. Makes them easy to find. But, they don't sleep in the same room. He sleeps in the living room, which is on the other side of my bedroom wall, and his wife sleeps in the bedroom. And at first I thought they were having an argument or something, and learned really fast, nope, it's a permanent situation because he has a sleeping condition. I don't know if you've ever heard what it sounds like when oxygen's being rejected from the body that's involuntarily taking it in during sleep. If you've never heard what it sounds like, it sounds a little something like this. My landlord literally sounds like he's being prison raped by sleep on a nightly basis, which oddly enough puts me to sleep like a child. I don't know why, but it just lulls me to sleep like a baby hearing him. But yeah, so that's been about that. It's great to be here again, to be hosting and emceeing this for a band, Mordred, that I remember when I was 13 years old. I had their cassette tape, In This Life. I saw their video on MTV Headbangers Ball. And if you would have told 13-year-old Mean Dave, hey, buddy, when you're 43, you're going to get to host one of their shows during a pandemic where we're all in a warehouse in West Oakland, and you're gonna have to host the entire thing. I would have been like, Mordred is still playing? What the hell? Because they're a great band. They basically very innovative thrash band that uses a DJ Pause right here. And, unprecedented, no other thrash. They basically were so groundbreaking, they ensured that every thrash band since would never have a DJ. So, don't know what that's all about. They should get more DJs in these thrash bands, But, yeah, getting heckled by the band right now. So, anyways... But I will say, a lot of people assume just because I still look like I did when I was, 13, except for, age and all that I listen to heavy metal, and I don't. I don't listen to heavy metal really anymore. I listen strictly to pop music, pretty much, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga. My favorite is Kesha, actually, and that's because pretty much pop music today, unlike heavy metal of the past, they play the satanic messages forwards. I don't have time to be playing heavy metal backwards, listening to what Satan's trying to tell me when Kesha is doing such an amazing job giving me Satan's message, telling young kids to live like they're going to die young, where as I've listened to the song heavily, I've learned that in the song, someone is being encouraged to go to a party or a concert with Kesha and then hang out with her, and I assume later have unprotected sex with Kesha, and now they're going to die young from all the whorish STDs that they've amassed in the process. Perfect timing, buddy. And so that's why, and that's one of those things. And then some of the detractors, when they assume that I'm like, trying to make fun of pop music, they're like, well, Dave, you grew up listening to Judas Priest. That was a band that caused kids to shoot up schools. And I said, no, actually not at all. Marilyn Manson was the band that caused kids to shoot up schools. Judas Priest caused kids to shoot themselves. And I just wish more. I'm just saying. I just wish more kids these days would listen to Judas Priest. That's all I'm trying to say. It's just think. Have a little, that's what I'm talking about right there. And so anyways, like I said, my name is Mean Dave. It is just a nickname. It is short for Meaningful David, so we can get that shit out of the way. I am also not Jesus. I'm not Charles Manson. I'm not Rasputin. I am not the guitar player from Soundgarden or the bass player of Metallica. I'm not the actor Jimmy Smits with long hair and a beard. I am not Osama bin Laden's courier in the movie Zero Dark 30. I am not a Mexican Russell Brand, Mexican Allman Brother, Mexican Rob Zombie. I'm not Mexican Steve Aoki, whoever the fuck that is. If I'm wearing a backwards hat, I am not Mexican Silent Bob, a.k.a. Roberto de Silencio. I quit smoking weed, so I'm no longer the zigzag guy. But if a woman is attractive, and I assume damn near blind, or just her expectations are way low, I'll be Aquaman. Fuck it, I don't care. I just don't think I look like the dude. That's just an insult more to Jason Momoa, not so much. I'm dollar store Aquaman, if you're going to go in that direction. So, with that being said, that is my time as the host, and let's get ready to bring up this wonderful band that brought us all here. Please, let's get them up here. I'm talking about Jeff. I'm talking about Jim. I'm talking about Danny. I'm talking about Art. I'm talking about DJ Paz, and I'm talking about Scotty. Let's get Mordred up here, everybody.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Acting the Fool 2, The Search for Masks. All right, we got all that out of the way. Let's go, boys.
Attention, what you see is what you get. The image of accomplishment is just an illusion. Urban quicksand, never-ending debt. The resurrection of modernist, what you just in projects. All familiar faces are gone. Now there's paper millionaires looking like I don't belong in the city I was born. This is wrong. I buried the creed.
inside. In this life of pain, suffering and pride, gluttony and greed. All you can desire, everything you need, then we all expire. Thank you very much. And that, of course, is our newest release, the single from our EP, Volition, just out last week. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you so much. This is such a blast up here doing this. It's the feeling of doing a live show, and I just wish you all could be here. But for right now, this is what's up, and that's what we're doing. I'm going to play some more for you, and here you go.
Hell yeah. Keep that going for Mordred, everybody. Hell yeah. And at home. You better be giving it up at home. All right. We got a wonderful show for you on the second episode of Acting a Fool. We got some great stuff, some commercials and whatnot throughout the show. Coming up, you'll see a brief video of myself and meeting the band as well. And as well, coming up, we'll also have some news. Before that, though, I just want to let you know, again, if you haven't tuned in, or if this is your first time tuning in, or any of else that kind of stuff, you'll notice some crawl on the thing or whatever. You can donate to the band's PayPal, which you'll see throughout the show to kind of help put this production on, and as well. So, without further ado, I do believe we have. See, a little bit coming. About ready? We ready? Yep. All right. Coming up right now, we've got. Let's see. Say hi, Julia. Oh, Julia in Germany. Hey, what's up? Okay. I'm reading your name in the dark right now, Julia. I'm sorry, so I hope I said that right. How about Ted? Ted D.A. Hello to Paris, France. All right. Oh, Ted from Death Angel. Yeah, D.A. Man, I gotta get all the shorthand down for all the thrash bands. All right, thanks, man. Yes, Death Angel. Awesome, man. Hope you guys are all good, too. I also read about you in the news from the European tour, man. Glad you guys are all healthy and all that. Hello to Paris, France, Netherlands, UK, and Midlands. Ireland? I've never heard of Ireland. Wow, that's cool. We're actually performing to a place I'm not sure. That just sounds like you made it up, to be quite honest. But anyways, that's fine. Gotcha. All right, big in Ireland. That's a good thing. All right. So without further ado, everybody, now we're going to cut to Handbasket News with our newsman, Brian Crow.
All right, we need to get a volume check because we didn't budget for it. Okay. It's Saturday, June 27th. I'm Brian Crow, and this is In a Handbasket News. Our top story tonight, country music superstar trio, the Dixie Chicks, will no longer be whistling Dixie as they have chosen to drop the word from their name. However, they will not stop playing country music, so still, it's horrible. In similar news, wait, there's more on that card. Thank you. In similar news, users of the drug crystal meth will be dropping the use of the word crystal as there's no other kind of meth. Much like the Chicks, it's still horrible. Community leader and local dealer Ray Metzenbaum was quoted saying, "One-word names like Madonna, Beyonce, and McDonald's, they're so much more marketable. You know, more finesse and shit. And why make it harder for tweakers anyway? Trying to say crystal when you got missing teeth is like doing a bad impression of Daffy Duck." In a related story and uncomfortably forced segue, the beloved Looney Tunes cartoons will be returning to your screen soon, but with a little bit of a change. The characters Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam will no longer be seen using guns, as the legendary franchise shows sensitivity to that kind of violence. Knives, sickles, explosives, and a variety of other weaponry will remain in their arsenal. To further Looney Tunes societal awareness, the clearly OCD and ADD Daffy Duck will now be known as Special Needs Waterfowl. And Porky Pig is renouncing his U.S. citizenship, moving to the Great White North, and will use the more body-positive name Canadian Bacon. And speaking of on-screen entertainment, movie theater mega chain AMC announced a slight policy pivot, saying they will now make wearing a mask mandatory instead of optional as they begin to reopen in the upcoming weeks. While there is some debate as to whether or not this will make a difference in terms of public health and safety, at least people will finally have to shut the fuck up during the movie. In coronavirus news, new studies have shown that COVID-19 is in fact a protein-based virus, meaning while it will make you sick, it is still keto-friendly. In this ever-changing landscape, news wrinkles about COVID-19 seem to crop up daily. Now, no, you can move the card so I can keep reading and bring on Mean Dave. This is so smooth. God, what do you mean no rehearsal? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Here to talk about another recent development is news correspondent Mean Dave. Dave?
Hey, Brian. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
It's good to be here to kind of say something that's been on my mind. Coronavirus, there's been a lot of news articles and whatnot that's been going around. One of the things that I read recently is that toilet plumes might be spreading coronavirus. If you don't know what a toilet plume is, I didn't know what it was. It's not a fruit. It's not anything that you'll find specifically what it is. It's somehow whenever you flush the toilet, some kind of a mist, a tornado of invisible droplets will spew from the toilet up and around just after the flushing. And if you have coronavirus, it supposedly is found in feces these days. So basically, in order for it to spread, that would mean that you would have to barge in on someone just after they're done doing their business, have them flush the toilet, and then huff the toilet plume that would be going on in there. Which basically, if you're barging into anybody's bathroom just after they're done and they're checking their business, you have no business being in there checking their business. All right? Stay out of the bathroom until the business is done. All right? That's just good bathroom etiquette. And then maybe this will just spread a little bit less. Thank you.
Sound advice from Mean Dave, so keep your face out of somebody else's butt. And finally, inventors of the N95 mask, the benchmark for safety from exposure to the virus, have... This is like gymnastics over here. These guys have begun trying to use that same technology as a means to both filter and decaffeinate coffee while it's brewing. Apparently the caffeine molecule is explained to be hundreds of times larger than the virus, so it should actually be easy to filter out. After weeks of testing, the entire staff was admitted to Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles with chest pains and heart palpitations. In a prepared statement, they said that while they are making progress, they feel they will have some answers as soon as they're finally able to get some sleep. They're also convinced that they can keep milk into one part of the cup. Anyway, that's all we have for you this evening. I am Brian Crow, and on behalf of myself, Mean Dave, and the entire In a Handbasket News team, want to remind you to drive dangerously and take risks.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Mean Dave. I'm your comedian host for this next episode. Mordred, holy shit, man! I remember you guys when I was 13, man. It's cool to meet you now. I actually used to work with Art a few years ago.
Tim.
I don't know if you remember.
Dave.
But yeah. So,
I don't recall this motherfucker.
Some sketch ideas for you guys. I got some ideas. Like my first idea is kind of like, you guys are all hanging out in front of a liquor store, and you're trying, you're broke, trying to get some money to get some alcohol for your practice, and a cop rolls up on you guys, and he's like harassing you. Like,
When you get caught between the moon and New York City, I gotta talk these guys into a Christopher Cross medley. I would kill that shit. Sailing takes me away to where
makes contact. And not only that, the aliens got weed, and then you guys are like, oh, that's cool. And we're still trying to get some money to go get some alcohol. And the alien's a smooth talker, so he convinces the cop.
Did I leave my coffee maker on? Fuck.
And the cop's like, oh, cool, you're an alien, whatever.
Jim
So
never
you guys
thinks
end up
out loud at home.
Car or whatever, and then you forget to go to the jam spot. Let's see. I got another one. Got another idea. It's a classic '90s thrash softball tournament. And
Join a thrash band, they said. No one else DJs the metal, they said. Shit. DJ Lethal's white ass is laughing all the way to the bank, and I'm stuck here DJing laugh tracks for Lieutenant Dan over here? He ain't even funny. Man, it's some bullshit.
End up missing one of the games because you're getting drunk in the parking lot or something, and then you end up getting mad at the other team.
Man, I hope Dave hurries up. I gotta drop the kids off at the pool.
In the middle of the baseball diamond or whatever, and you guys come out on top because they're all.
Yeah, Jeff, me too. I gotta go drop the kids off on the lawn.
Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I got one more. I got another idea. It's where we're all, you guys are practicing or you're hanging out at a practice, and it's when I first meet you, kind of like right now. And then we kind of cut to each of you guys, and you're thinking out loud, and whatever, dog too. What do you guys think? Think that idea will work?
It would ever work.
All right. Well, I'll figure out something. We'll work. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. We're gonna have a really good time here. So, right on.
What's the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer? The taste.
Gomes.
Are you talking to me?
The critics called him a brilliant new talent. Now, Jeff Gomes creates a terrifying portrait of life, falling over the Kentucky waterfall into madness.
I don't see anybody else here.
Dude, you're killing me.
The Lyft driver is looking for target, getting organized, getting ready.
Hey, bud. Yeah, what's up? Hey, my driver, mullet. Straight up mullet. Like full-on Kentucky waterfall.
You'll never see a more chilling performance than this.
You're the strangest Lyft driver I have ever seen.
Jeff Gomes, Lyft driver. And if you like Lyft driver, you'll love Bad Lieutenant.
Oh my God. They are some extra shit.
Get down!
And we're back. All right. You guys enjoy the commercials? You enjoy the little odds and ends? You enjoy the how I met the band and all that? I hope so. Well, now we're back with more Mordred, everybody.
Yeah!
You have to help me with the spirit of a nation. I said I greet you, but I'm so upon my feet. I just don't care if I'm through. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the people tuning in all around the world. I'm seeing, we take a little break and we go over and look at the computer there, and everybody commenting and everything. We just want to say thank you so much for being with us. We're trying to do the coolest thing we can with what we got here. So, much love, y'all. Hold on one second. Now, you know, you got to bring it closer as I'm old-ass bifocal wearing feller here. Say hi. Hi. Oh.
To
Ian, Andy. Where's my glasses?
That's Rob in the
And
UK.
Rob. Oh, hey, what's up, Ian, Andy, and Rob in the UK?
Folks in Chile, folks in New York.
Chile. What's up,
Chile.
Chile?
What's up,
Oh,
New York?
Chile. What's
Welcome.
up? Oh, thank you. London,
New York.
Liverpool.
Y'all ready to do this?
Let's do it.
This is not for the light-hearted.
Doesn't matter what you want to do. Doesn't matter what you want to say. Doesn't matter if you've been unkind. Doesn't matter who you left behind. I want your voice to silence. I want your soul to free. I want your brain to violence. I want your breath to dig. I wait. I crumble. I invade. I put you under. You can choose to not believe I'm here. I flourish most inside your field. All it is a moment. All I want is your blood. All I want is an excuse, and I'll take the blame. I'll make you wish you never ever heard my name. I'll make you take the pleasure, administer the pain. I ache, I'm alive. I am viral up deep inside. You can choose to not believe and hear. I flourish most inside your field. Here's a time to take what's mine and leave you. I miss the days when we first met, but I have no regrets. You can choose to not believe I'm here. I flourish most inside your field. Here's a time to take what's mine and leave you. I miss the days when we first met. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Again, you better be giving it up at home, wherever the hell you're at. That's Mordred, everybody. Second set, killing it. All right, now that we've gotten some of the fun out of the way, who's ready to hear two dudes talking? Are you? Because I sure am. All right. We've got a wonderful interview with Craig Locicero of the band Dress the Dead and countless thrash legends, along with Jeff Gomes here interviewing him. So enjoy.
Hello, welcome to Mordred's Acting the Fool, episode number 2. Here with me today is my buddy Craig Locicero, longtime friend of mine since junior high school. You may know him from bands like Forbidden, his touring with Death, a band called Mary May God, and now he's doing a new project called Dress the Dead with a phenomenal singer, Kayla Dixon. And I just want to introduce you and thank you for being on our show today, Craig.
Fuck yeah. If you say acting the fool,
Acting the Fool.
I'm in. So I've acted the fool with this guy. Slight correction, I didn't meet you until my freshman year. You guys, most of you were friends in junior high school, and I moved to the Bay Area in 8th grade and went to Walters. So I went to Walters, and when you were at Centerville, Fremont. And then I met you the very first day of my very first class of my freshman year. The first guy I met at school was Jeff Gomes.
That was fun. I had an army jacket with a big peace sign on the back, and
it was actually denim.
Okay.
It was actually denim, and I remember because I thought you liked metal because you had a denim jacket on, but you had a peace sign on it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm here to this is what we do. It's like, well, it wasn't good. You're gonna correct me a couple times, I'm sure. Along the way.
Yeah, and after school, you're like, hey, dude, let's go to my house and see my band play. Was that in high school? That was high school, right?
Yeah, but now you fast forwarded a bit because I didn't even pick up a guitar until I was in probably about 2 months of high school. I wanted to play really bad, and I had to beg my parents to allow me to have a fucking guitar. So that didn't happen until I was in high school for a couple months, and then everything accelerated. So it wasn't long, and I brought you over to see
Forbidden Evil.
Yeah, that wasn't until 10th grade.
Jim Pittman and Rob Flynn and John Tago playing bass.
Yep. The old version of Forbidden Evil in my mom's garage. It's kind of how I got in the band.
Yeah.
I had a garage.
I remember thinking, wow, these guys are actually good because I didn't get metal. I was a little fusion kid and playing jazz and stuff like that. And I was like, well, these guys can at least play because everybody I met in Fremont prior to you only could play Iron Man on guitar, and I was like, Iron Man, you guys don't know how to play. Nobody could jam. Craig did, but then the thing that I remember the most was after your practice, you take me and you break out your records and you put on Venom. And I never heard of Venom. I never heard anything like Venom. And you're like, you like it? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. I was my first introduction to heavy metal was that.
No, that was my thing, right? As soon as, because I had, there's a story, and it's kind of like been around a little bit about how I got introduced to all this thrash stuff, right? And Venom's like on the fringe of thrash. They're English speed metal or whatever you want to call it, satanic speed metal or something. But I got introduced to all that through, remember Ron Quintana had a magazine. Before I met you, he had this little fanzine that everyone knew in the 80s called Metal Mania. And it was a little rag, and I found it at the Record Factory in between a bunch of like Circus and Hit Paraders. So I got turned on to all this shit. So one of the first things I see on the back cover is the ad for the Record Vault with this picture of this Satan dude, Venom. I'm like, oh, I was looking for anything heavier, harder, and that's where I heard of Metallica and all that stuff. So Venom became my badge of honor. And no, they were never good. It wasn't really a matter of them being good. It was just a matter of them being extreme at a time where there was like mostly, rigid metal stuff. And then, Metallica followed. I mean, I'd heard Venom before I heard Metallica because Metallica didn't have an album out yet and stuff. So yeah, I tried with you. I tried with a lot of people. One time I took acid and listened to Venom, and it sounded like the Monster Mash fucking. It was just such a bad idea to take acid and hear that.
Oh man, in Fremont, that's what we did when we were in high school.
Yep, that's what I did.
Is what to do. The other thing was you had a party at your house one time, and that was the first time I ever heard Metallica Kill 'Em All. And that was kind of like the night I walked back to my house on Central from your mom's house, and I was drunk on Jack Daniels or whatever. And Metallica, Kill 'Em All, some songs on that were stuck in my head. And that was my first time I actually really started to like metal, was that record.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have happened had I not been at that party with you. But that was long before the Fremont House of Mud.
Yeah, no, that was Forbidden Evil. This is all Forbidden Evil era we're talking here. This is like you said, with Rob Flynn and Russ, and before Paul Bostaff was in the band, before Matt Camacho, we had Jim Pittman and John Tejo, and they went to American, where you met those guys. See, because I met him at Washington High School.
Yeah.
And we met our freshman year, and then all this is happening in the June. See, it all happened in the sophomore year. All this other stuff is happening because that's when Forbidden Evil got started. At I believe in like January or February of 1985.
Yeah,
is when that all started. And then we started playing those house parties in March of '85, and then it was like that was probably like April or May, right towards the end of school, I think that year. It was my sophomore year, and we played a house party, man. And I don't remember that dude's. I don't know whose house that was, but I remember two things. I remember that we played in one room that had a separated. That was separated from the kitchen, right? And it had a little kitchen and dining room. So you walk through the door and we're right here. And you could hit the light switch on and off, so our power was going on and off as we're playing.
That's right, yeah.
And then when it was raining outside, so the pit, there was no room for a pit, so we just had a line of people here and then the little walkway into the kitchen area. The pit was in there, and we felt the house moving like this. We're like, whoa, whoa, what's going on? And then when the show was all over, after the lights went on and off and the power went off, that's when we walked in there. It was like that much mud.
Thus the House of
all
Mud.
over the floor. Yeah, every party we played back then, the house was destroyed.
The cops would show up and they'd be like, "Oh my God!" The
never seen anything like it.
Yeah, never seen nothing like it. Oh man.
Because that was uncharted times, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you bear witness to Fremont's suburban introduction. You know, baptized by fire for thrash metal. That's what I mean, that's what it was, dude. We brought that shit into people like Rob and myself and Pittman. We're pretty much the three metal dudes that brought all that into everybody. And then it just circled outward from there.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
Then there was the teardown house at my old house when we played, and that was the teardown. We were leaving the house to moving out. They're going to tear the house down. The cops didn't know it. So everybody came and started tearing the house apart, and we had 3 bands playing. And then the cops finally showed up, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're tearing apart the house." We were literally tearing the house apart. Oh, dude,
that was epic. I actually sang that night for Adolescent Revolt because Danny didn't make it, and so I had to go up there and sing those songs. And remember Codename Cad? Remember Codename Cad? Kevin's a dick, and that's a fact. Talking shit behind your back, talking shit about the band. Death, destruction across the land.
Kevin, you're a dick.
Kevin, you're a fucking dick. I was there. They made a song for their old bass player who said they didn't like punk rock. And I was there at that house where they practiced, standing behind him when they sang that right to his face. He didn't know they were going to do that. He had no idea. And I was right behind Kevin. He just turns around and looks at me. He's all, "What the fuck?" I'm like,
and what was that one show you guys played over at Munoz Hall?
Oh,
and it said no posers allowed, so Kevin showed up and he's all posered out.
That was
big buff dude. Was that Munoz Hall?
Washington Township.
Washington Township, that's what it was. I remember.
Say that again, he's going to start over. Yeah. Let us know when you're ready. Yeah, the Washington Township, you can start. That was some fucking great.
Yeah, that was good times.
I can talk about it. You got to describe Kevin Silva to people, though. He's like,
oh yeah,
he's like the thing.
Yeah, he's a total buff dude. Fremont, Washington High School jock.
Pants,
we used to call him muscles. He had big old muscles.
Save it for the thing, but yeah,
Johnny Beefcakes, we'd call him.
I don't know what I called him. I can't remember what I called him. He was just fucking funny, dude.
Well, I don't know if you want to, before we wrap this up, get into anything about your new project, Dress the Dead. Like I mentioned, that Kayla Dixon,
well, when is he
starting
up? Let us know when you're going to start the next round.
We're going.
Yeah, that was the.
We're rolling, dog.
Wind it up. It's been 10 minutes.
Oh, are we only doing a 10-minute interview? Oh,
yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We already burned through it. We're just how much fun we have. We could just talk for hours about this.
I thought we were winding it up like it's all over with. It is all over with. Okay, all right, bye.
You can do another 10 if you want.
So we'll just cut in and just do the wind down, which is tell us about your latest projects and what's in the near sight, and then we're done.
Okay.
But we got a minute, got a moment for that.
So should I start off with asking about the project?
All right. How was that? Did we learn a lot? Are we educated now on Craig Locicero? Good. Because now we've had a lot of fun here. We've had some music. We've had some antics. But now it's time to bring a little class to the show. Actually, a lot of class, all right? So let's get ready for the bits and pieces of the lovely Nutty Boltz, everybody.
And now, a public service announcement. Fire, riots, civil unrest, climate change, natural disasters, cancel culture, disease, nuclear threats.
Okay, good job. Good job, slow.
Hollaback fails.
Oh. This my shit. All the girls stomp your feet like this.
Racism. Police brutality.
How many girls did you have do that? Oh, 20.
Sexual predators.
I had this little blonde open mic chick dog that used to come up to the comedy store with a 20 and just take me up to the belly room and suck my dick, then go do a set. She was tremendous.
Kung Flu, I can name
Incompetent leadership.
19 different versions of names.
What can I do? Go back to sleep. This has been a public service announcement from Mean Dave, One Lazy MF.
Right on. All right. You got horny and depressed, all within like 6 minutes. And now let's bring it back for the last set here of the reason we're all here. Mordred, everybody.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is a song off of our new EP that we just dropped last week. I sure do miss playing in front of all y'all. This is gonna be a blast when we finally get out and get in front of all y'all people. But for now, enjoy the live webcast. The Search for Masks. Mordred, Acting the Fool, Part 2. Guess why I'm so restless anyway. Whenever I hear you burning, whenever I hear you say, leave everything to chance, circumstance, and the game. I dare not whisper in her ear. Give her not say she disappears. To her I'll always be in debt. I dare not whisper no condemnation of her! The condemnation of her! Hold her, can't hold her anymore. How many lives we had together? How many times we made mistakes? Feel everybody's pain while you still maintain every day. Whenever I feel you burn, and whenever I hear you say, leave everything to chance, circumstance, and the game. And dare not whisper in her ears. Dare not say she disappears. To her I'll always be in debt. They dare not whisper in that death. No condemnation of her. The goddamn nature of
till the end.
Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Get all the Jones of doing the live show. It's so good. It's so good. It feels good. Oh, you know.
Is that
Pardon
Andy?
me, y'all.
Andy from Liverpool saying what's up?
Hey. Oh, hey, what's up, Andy?
What's up, Andy?
Yeah, Liverpool. Liverpool. God damn. Liverpool are finally champions. Bought Liverpool jerseys for all of y'all.
Nice.
Thank you,
That's
brother.
hella cool. Andy.
Sorry, I'm unable to read that from this distance. It's a product of the later gray years. But I'm not ready for y'all to put me out to pasture yet. We got a couple more songs for you, and I hope you've been enjoying the show so far. Thank you very much. You could stage dive here. It's legal. All right, shout out to the Emmer Villains, Rhoda's Roadhouse. How y'all? Window to the world.
What's up, Scotty in Sierra Barrow, Michigan?
Hi, Mom. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I believe is this our last one? Okay. I need my bifocals for this one here.
I can't see nothing.
Hey, Diego from Chile.
Say
And
hi.
Aki. Hey, Aki from Las Vegas.
Vegas.
What's up? Thank you all for tuning in. And Aki, thanks for, kicking into the prize. Everybody, if you don't know now, we got a new EP and a new full-length LP coming out in 6, 8, some odd weeks whenever vinyl is available again. Thank you.
Substance of who you really are. Dig deep into your psyche, do you find your star? I know it's just a theory with elements of doubt. Don't take it all too serious, it's not what we're about. I have tried many times to reveal my inner state of mind. I must be blind, I must be blind. I have tried many times to reveal my inner state of mind. I
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, good night, and good afternoon, and good morning. We are Mordred.
Right on, thank y'all.
New metal, eat your heart out. That's been Mordred. However, don't go away. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. That's just the end of the music portion. We got a couple more little goodies for you here, and we'll be right back. So don't leave your Twitch channel right away.
Hello, my name is Bernardo. I'm from La Paz, Bolivia, and I'm a huge Mordred fan. Bolivia is going through very difficult times right now. The pandemic has come during a time of social and political crisis. The pandemic has served as an excuse to increase authoritarianism, censorship, and corruption. And the worst part is that the poor people are the ones who carry all the weight on their shoulders. Poor people are the ones who are exposed not only to the coronavirus, but to repression, unemployment, and hunger as well. It is in this negative scenario that many young people keep fighting for thrash metal. Many bands are in the process of recording new music with no money and no support from no one except from loyal fans. I would like to point out that Bay Area thrash metal has been a big influence for many young thrashers like me, and of course, Mordred is one of those bands. So I would like to thank you for your music. It means a lot to us, because sometimes thrash metal is our only escape from all the problems. So once again, thank you from all your loyal fans in Bolivia. Thrash till death, or as we say it here, el thrash en las venas hasta la muerte.
All right. Yep. A good minute of what? Content. Okay, got it.
If I say to you, You've had it? You've had it? Yeah. It's good, isn't it? It does the job. Run.
I drank for that, and I wanna drink more. I drank for that, things will never be the same. Never be the same, man. I drank for that, this is right here.
All right. Wow, we've made it to the end of the second episode of Mordred's, what the hell you call this? Acting a Fool. And we're clearly doing that now, living up to the name of it, being on stage with, remember, we're Americans. We don't follow the 6-foot rule all the time, but especially when we're trying to put on a wonderful show for everybody all over the world. Want to thank Dylan. I was told, give a shout out to Dylan also, and all of the people that have been tuning into this whole entire thing. Thank you very much. Also remember, this is a Make-A-Wish Foundation program, so please donate to the PayPal of Mordred to help afford all this, because otherwise these guys are going to have to take on second and third and fourth jobs in order to pay for this wonderful production. This has been wonderful. I got
first jobs.
Or first jobs. And, I think about the end of the movie, It's a Wonderful Life, when I think about moments like this where, they say every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. And I always think about, me being a comedian as every time an aspiring comedian quits comedy, good, but this is one of those moments, it doesn't feel like that, Again, this has been truly an experience. And
no, you're not quitting.
No, not at all. No, I have no choice at this point, so...
Blood in, blood out.
Hell yeah. So, but yeah, man, all over the dang world, and we are ready to be done.
Good night. Good afternoon. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We love you.
You're the saint, we've been lying here, and we've been shedding tears. You're the sun, we revolve around the one, obeyed by those in charge who see you living large. God exists when I call, take what you want from all. Back down and out of sight, cause this American dream is not for you, it's not. There's a lock on the box, there's a bar on the door. Back down and out of sight, cause this American dream is not for you, it's not. God forbid we live, can't afford to die. All we have to give, no way to deny. My eternal gift, burning in my eyes. All my thoughts adrift, listen only lies. This American dream, it's a scam, it's a sham. Use a shell for a spell. Use who I can trust, making dollar boom or bust. See my lawyer for the why. Reframe it, then game it, then charge you interest in the name of God exists when I call. Take what you want from all. Back down and out of sight, cause this American dream is not for you, it's not. There's a lock on the box, there's a bar on the door. Back down and out of sight, cause this American dream is not for you, it's not. No apologies, can't apologize.
Wait, did you hear the bell? Did we get the school? What bell? We're here. Oh, come on,